The fourth T20I between India and England witnessed a massive controversy develop. Shivam Dube suffered an injury, a concussion injury. He could not come out to field, and that is why a concussion substitute came in place. Now, in the Indian cricket team, in the current squad, there was one all-rounder who was the like for Shivam Dube, Ramandeep Singh. But India instead chose to go with Harshit Rana because, primarily when you look at the context, it was the second innings. Harshit Rana was not expected to bat. Who would come up with Shivam Dube's role when you came as a bowler? Harshit Rana. So India exploited a technical loophole because Shivam Dube is not like Harshit Rana when it comes to bowling. Let's make one thing very clear here. India were smart enough, but this could prompt a rule change when it comes to the impact play, when you look at the concussion substitute rule. India did not use a concussion substitute. India used an impact player. Because Shivam Dube went out, his bowling was not to be utilized, so they got in a Harshit Rana. Now, what do the concussion substitute rules say? Especially when it comes to the playing conditions in T20Is. Now, rule number 1.2.7.3. There is a clear mention in the playing condition that ICC match referee should ordinarily approve a concussion replacement request if replacement is like for like player whose inclusion will not excessively advantage his or her team for remainder of match. So clause number 1.2.7.3 is that replacement for the like to like player whose inclusion will not excessively advantage. But in this case, India were guilty of it. Whatever happened at this point, the like for like rule does not apply to Harshit Rana and Shivam Dube. It does not. Because if you're looking at pace bowlers, unless Shivam Dube has added another 15-20 miles in his arsenal. From 115, 120, he's now bowling 135, 140. We all know that he doesn't. Harshit Rana can touch that. Even if you give an allowance of 10 miles per hour, it is still not like for like. But rule 1.2.7.4 is making things even more clearer. In assessing whether nominated concussion replacement should be considered like for like player, who has the role? We were all discussing yesterday. Who has the role? The match referee. The ICC match referee should consider likely role concussed player would have played during remainder of the match and normal role that would be played by nominated concussion replacement. This last point is very, very important. ICC match referee, when the player is nominated for the concussion substitute, what happens then? The ICC match referee takes a look. According to rule 1.2.7.4, likely role concussed player would have played during remainder of the match. In this case, would Shivam Dube have bowled 4 overs? And normal role that would be played by nominated concussion replacement. Harshit Rana was anyway going to bowl 4 overs. That is the normal role. But concussed player would have played during remainder of the game. What is the role? Shivam Dube was going to get 4 overs in Pune. Are we kidding ourselves? Shivam Dube at max would have gotten 1 or 2 overs. At max 1 over. Because your spinners would have bowled 3 overs, all your 3 spinners would have bowled 4 overs. You got Arshdeep Singh who will bowl 4 overs. There is already a Hardik Pandya. So Shivam Dube bowling 4 overs was impossible. It was never going to happen. But they used Harshit Rana and cleverly they instead, okay, like for like. Because likely role in the second innings was only bowling. That is the loophole. Rule 1.2.75 further reiterates in the playing conditions. If match referee believes that inclusion of the nominated replacement when performing their normal role would exceedingly advantage their team, The match referee may impose conditions upon identity and involvement of the concussion replacement as seen fit, in line with objective of facilitating a like for like replacement. In this case, the match referee blundered. The match referee clearly blundered, because what is in line with the objective of facilitating a like for like? But there was no like for like. India were smart enough, because the like for like rule is not specified. That is the smartness in exploiting the loophole. We are not going to the other extreme, oh, that they cheated, they did all this. No. What is like for like? This particular rule now will have to undergo this change. There has to be a caveat installed in this. What do you define like for like? Because rule 1.2.7.4 is quite clear. There was a complete misjudgment in the interpretation of the rule by the match referee, because likely role concussed player would have played during the remainder of the game. Shivam Dube bowling 4 overs, not happening. Harshit Rana bowling 4 overs by nominated concussion substitute, normal. He would have bowled 4 overs, and he did bowl. Why is it different from the Yuzi Chahal Ravindra Jadeja bit? Okay, they are both spinners. Yes, wrist spinner, left arm spinner, even that is a grey area. But at least the quality, yes, Jadeja also, when you look at the wicket taking abilities and Yuzi Chahal wicket taking abilities, yes, Yuzi Chahal a better T20I bowler than Jadeja. But at least they are spinners. But in the case of Harshit Rana and Shivam Dube, this was just not done. In 2019, Liton Das was nominated as a concussion substitute for Mehdi Hasan Miraz, when we knew Liton wouldn't be able to bat or bowl. So that he was not allowed to do in 2019. Mehdi Hasan Miraz had a concussion substitute, and that is why Liton Das, he just could not do anything, because that was not like for like. Do you think Shivam Dube and Harshit Rana, was Harshit Rana the like for like replacement? In my honest opinion, looking at the rules, he wasn't the like for like. India were smart enough, they were very smart enough to exploit the loophole of what is like for like. And that is why many people will not even raise an objection. So, do you think the concussion substitute like for like rule needs to be changed? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.